Well, to say that the new season of Real Housewives of Salt Lake City is explosive would be an understatement. Between family issues, friend betrayals, and a very serious accusation of fraud, it's a season that could change lives forever. Take a look.
What are you thinking about with college?
Fudge college, honestly. There's no need for it.
That's not how it works, Jack. What can you and I do more together? It feels off.
Who repeated that rumor, you or me?
You told me she performed sexual favors.
Are you crazy?
Have either of you ever asked Jen if she's guilty of any of these charges?
Oh, there's so much to unpack, and
There's
star
a lot.
Lisa Barlow joins me now. Welcome, Lisa. Good to have you here.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, thanks for coming. I mean, I think the first thing fans want to know are, where are you and Meredith at this point? Where do things stand?
You know, I came into the season with the best intentions for repair. You know, after the reunion, I apologized to her again when we all went out to dinner, and I started the season thinking, like, maybe we can get back to where we were. I know the hot mic moment was rough. I'm like, is this hot? Like,
Yeah, because you were really good friends.
Yeah, I considered her a great friend, and you know, it was rough. And I think after tonight's episode, you will see exactly where we stand.
Okay, good to know. But this season feels rough. Like, it feels like there's a lot to unpack. It feels very serious, like a lot of baggage to sort through. Was this a hard season to shoot?
You know, it started off so complicated with, like, Jenny leaving, and then, you know, just lots of dynamic shifts with Mary leaving too. So it was a harder season to shoot, but there's also big wins in it, like new friendships, new things develop that, like, you get to learn a little bit more about all of us, and I think that that's where you're going to connect with us a little more, so I think it's good.
Yeah, and you know, Jen, she did plead guilty to fraud, which she was adamantly denying during the season. How did that kind of affect the shooting of the season altogether?
You know, I think we were all rooting for Jen. I was planning on being in New York for a trial.
Yeah.
But my relationship with Jen has always been based on how Jen treats me, extraneous from her legal issues. So I was more looking at her as my friend, and not so much the legal issues, but it was interesting.
Yeah. And it's hard to kind of follow when people are getting along. There's friend dynamics are always shifting. I mean, you, Heather, and Whitney seem like you were in a good place, and then, you know, did things change during the off season? Do you guys see each other during the off season?
Whitney and I have seen each other a lot during this off season, and I've enjoyed it. Our families have gotten together, like our husbands, Justin, me, John, and Whitney have hung out, so that's been a lot of fun. And I always feel like the dynamic's good with Heather. Like, we have so much fun together, and then I see in her confessionals, and I'm like, okay, we're back to season one.
No.
So, yeah.
I know. I don't know if I'd be able to watch the confessionals, because I don't know. You just kind of, sometimes you want to be, like, blissfully ignorant of some of those things. But you're going through some real things this season, too. We see that maybe, you know, you have some tough conversations with your son, maybe not wanting to go to college. You see in the trailer you have a serious conversation with your husband. So let me ask you this. Is it sometimes helpful to talk these things through on camera? Does it help you move forward? It almost forces you to confront it?
That's a great question. You know, our family is the exact same off camera as it is on camera. That conversation with Jack, I left in tears. I was so upset with him. He felt bad that night and came up to me and was like, Mom, I'm so sorry. I love you. I know your intentions are good. I just don't know what I want to do now. We have a friend that's wildly successful and was like, Jack, don't go to college. And he's a billionaire, so Jack listens to him over us.
No, no.
Yeah. But, you know,
Jack, listen to your parents.
I'm like, Jack, listen to us. But, you know, going through those conversations, it's good to watch back, because the way we sometimes remember things is different from how they happen. And even with my husband, like, we'll have conversations, and I'm like, he's so amazing. He's so north and grounded. I think I recognize and literally value him so much after watching the show.
I never thought about that either. It's like a good thing to go back and review for family reasons. Well, you can catch The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. It premieres tonight at 9 p.m. on Bravo.